As we all know, we are here in 2026. Welcome everyone to this video. I remember growing up back in the 90s, 2000s, sort of. Things were different. Everything made sense. Everything was simple. People could easily go buy groceries. The dollar value was pretty great. And it wasn't all into like all this sort of drama economic system. Everything was like you could easily hang out with the neighbor, go hiking, and people used to gather on the weekends and have like a barbecue outside, drink a little bit, and things were simple. But now, after 2001 and after 2020, things change. Everything changed. People are not the same anymore. Seniors are abandoned, struggling to survive. Gen Zs are struggling to get a job. Millenniums are struggling to pay a house or something because they can't even afford to pay the rent. So people are like, what is it going on in America? Why is everybody like so? I guess the CEOs, the system, they normalize this kind of life that you have to work 40 hours of your life, you're trading 40, 50 hours of your life in order for you to survive. And all you work for is just for you to you work to live. Excuse the ambulance. um so in America, we normalize that we have to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You get home and you're drained. Saturday you wake up to recharge, and then bills won't wait. You have over 20, 30 bills through the month that you have to pay. Rent is going up, groceries up in the roof, utilities skyrocketing, and wages stay the same, and richer getting richer, the poor getting poor. And I started wondering like who came up with this idea to build millions of apartment complex so you can live there. You make $20 an hour, you pay $2,000 to $4,000 to live in that apartment. And Walmart just announced that their prices will go up, and Target is up to 1,500 retail stores. They're going out of business, and they couldn't make a deal with Iran after 21 hours. Are you kidding me? People are paying gas prices like skyrocketing. Where's all the people? Where are all the citizens? They're citizens that I think nobody cares about the citizens of this country anymore. They care more about sending rockets to the moon. They care more about uh, bombing the hell out of Iran, spending almost $1 billion a day, which is the money that you're paying with the income tax, the money that you're paying with your property tax, the money that you're paying with your interest rate. And if you try to buy a house, the bank will tell you, yeah, give me 20%, and then $300,000, right? It's gonna take you up to what, 30 years to pay it off, or maybe your first, second generation to pay it off. If you don't pay it off, the bank will take it away from you. One payment that you don't do is it'll be late fees, and that's how we live here in America. People are thinking about moving to India or Vietnam or Thailand because at ages of 35, people are losing their mind. They start having mental health. People start getting cancer because the water that we drink here is messed up, is dead. We still gotta get antibiotics at the pharmacy because the food that we eat doesn't have the vitamins for our bodies. And the air that we breathe is contaminated. People are getting diseases, lung disease and everything. People worry too much of the day of tomorrow to pay their gas, their car note, and they get a stroke. There was this story of this senior couple that this man was waiting for his retirement paycheck, and they were planning to go on a cruise. The day that they were planning, they had already their luggage and everything, right? They had everything to leave this specific day. The day he was getting that paycheck and the day he was traveling on that cruise, he got a stroke. So the whole system wants you broke. The whole system wants you dead. They want you to live a short life. They try to lead you to an early grave. They tell you to go to school, get a college degree, and get a college student loan. Pay it off when you can. Welcome to America. Pay it off when maybe what 30 years of your life. Um, Crappy car, almost the same as a new car, and gas prices are we're all paying it. No matter if you're senior, no matter if you're Gen Z or Millennium, everybody's paying all these crazy bills and everything. So who came up with this idea? We have to pay all the stuff that just to live in a place that we have to pay. People in India, they oh my God, with $100 in India, you could easily just live like a king. I'm not even kidding. Like how in the world we are the richest country in the world, but we became the most expensive country in the world. People cannot even afford it, and people have a lot of different disease, like cancer, cholesterol, diabetes, all kinds of different diseases that is messing you up, and you don't know what's going on. The food that you eat is poisoning you. The water is totally contaminated, and yeah, they're spending all these billions on rockets and bombing the hell out of other countries and get all the power greedy world, while the citizens here are suffering. They're going homeless. They are losing their apartment, their house. They're going to live in a greedy place, off the grid. People are living in their van. 7 million people don't have a job in this country, and another 7 million are going homeless, no roof over their head. And if you try to get an RV, park in some random land, they call it a crime. So they want you to go to jail. In other words, you go to grocery store, everything's so expensive. What do you expect us to eat? A cat food or something? Things are crazy, man. And everything that we're seeing is like the same repeat over and over and over. Go to school, get a college degree, get a job. Um, Back in the days, people used to buy a house when they were 25, 30. Now, 40 years old and 50 years old, they don't even have a house. They barely even have an apartment. Most people don't have 100,000 in their bank account in America. People live beyond their means. People live really low, like very little, but they live paycheck to paycheck. They got to work 9 to 5. If not, they get fired at their job. They get jailed by their boss. They're making them rich. And we're all being programmed by the system. We're all being brainwashed to work until you die. You have no other choice whatsoever. You're going to have to just work your whole damn life. If you're here, welcome to the American dream. This is the dream. Love it or hate it, get that damn student loan. People have 2, 3 credit cards that they're on up to 7 to 10 to $20,000 money that is not theirs. High interest rates and car insurance, home insurance, rent insurance. So how in the world will you making $15 a day? I mean $50 an hour or 20. You're gonna be able to pay all these bills. Like how? At the end of the month, you're drained. You have no mentality whatsoever to do any kind of workout. You don't go outside. You're stuck in your house getting fat, and you're not really caring about your health no more. So people just really give up. Middle class is disappearing. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about middle class. You need at least 230,000 for you to be considered middle class. So that's what they call it, the American dream. No one is free here. You got to work your whole life to 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 make you feel like you're going to get a retirement paycheck, which you won't. That's why nobody's buying a house. People can barely afford to live in an apartment, and everything is so crazy. I hope you all love this video. You all take care.